Hello, Master Duel Central. How's it going, guys? So today I want to talk about Predaplants. Predaplants are really cool. They got some awesome support in the latest box, and I was really interested in trying them out. Shout out to Rapture or Only Pank sometimes in the Discord for giving us this deck list as well as the main combo and everything. While it's not as consistent as branded Despia, what it does have going for it is it can play through multiple hand traps much better than Despia. You know, like when they ash you, you can still do other things depending on the fusion cards you have and stuff like that. One of your main starters is obviously branded Fusion, but you also get a great starter in Scorpio. Now sadly we only have one Scorpio because it's limited for some reason. They should really unlimit this card. I don't know why it's limited. It makes no sense, but technically we have 4 because we have Lone Fire Blossom at 3, so you know you can tribute Lone Fire Blossom, bring out the Scorpio discard a monster, and you can special summon from your deck a Predaplant monster. So like you can summon maybe a Darlington off it, and Darlington will get you a search of a fusion or polymerization card. So off of that you can go into your branded Fusion and then go full combo from there. There's a lot of different paths that you can take for your combo, so it's not really the end of the world. Depending on what your opponent does, you can kind of play around it. It's really fun for that. Predaplanting is absolutely broken. This is a new card they gave us in the new set, and basically you get to send one Predaplant monster from deck to grave, which is normally going to be your Biblis, which kind of works like your Despian Tragedy. It searches out when it's sent to the grave. But Predaplanting basically send a monster to the grave, put predator counters on every card on the field, and that's really good because Dragostapelia doesn't only negate the monster it puts a counter on, it also negates every other monster your opponent controls that has counters on them. So basically when you activate this while you have Dragostapelia on the field, you get to negate their entire field. So really strong card here. And on top of it, if you fusion summon later while this card is in your grave, you can actually banish this card from your grave to pop a card your opponent controls, which comes up pretty often. It's a really good card. We are playing the Cosmic Cyclone just because it's runic format, you know. Practice is really strong. This card will special summon one Predaplant monster from your hand, and it searches one Predaplant card from your, Predap card from your deck, including like Predaplanting, for example. So that's just insane. Just getting that special summon is already really good, but the search on top of it is just absolutely insane. And for your extra deck, one of your main go-to cards is Ambulomalade. Bro, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to screw up the names of these cards many times during this video. The names are awful. Sorry, but Predaplant card names are just the worst. They're terrible. But yeah, this card right here, basically you can make it with instant fusion. You can make it off of your Albion in your branded fusion combo. There's a lot of ways to make it, and it's really good. When it's fusion summoned, you can add a Predap card from deck to hand, be it a monster or a spell, trap, whatever. And also you get to tribute a monster or a monster on your opponent's side of the field with a predator counter, and you get to special summon from your deck any Predaplant monster. So it's a really strong card, really good for the consistency of the deck. And our goal really is to make a Dragostapelia on top of a Starving Venom Predapower with the Predaplanting. Starving Venom Predapower is a new boss monster that they dropped. This card is really cool. Basically, once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can tribute one monster on either field with a predator counter, and if you do, negate the activation. What's really cool about this is, you know, you get to tribute one of your opponent's monsters on top of getting an Omni negate, and if this card is outed, it can special summon itself again, and the negate effect is not a hard once per turn. So you actually get to Omni negate potentially twice in a turn if your opponent tries to out this card. And yeah, that's basically it for the game plan. I have a replay for you. I'm gonna also go play a game after that, and we'll come back for the actual card by card at the end of the video. So let's get into it. All right, so here we have a good little replay just showcasing the main combo. Now do forgive me if I name some of these cards wrong because I really don't know how to pronounce their names. They're pretty terrible. Predaplant names are pretty bad, so you know, I'm doing my best here. But basically for main combo, you basically just want a branded fusion and any Predaplant monster in hand, ideally for your ideal combo hand here. So you go branded fusion, sending the Albaz as well as the Biblisp, and you make yourself a Lubellion. Lubellion effect, you want to discard a Predaplant from your hand, then you go Biblisp effect Chainlink 2. Or you can do the opposite as well. So Biblisp is going to search out the Serikiniant, and with the Lubellion, you're going to make yourself an Albion, adding Fallen of Albaz back to deck, as well as Lubellion back to the extra. Then you go Lubellion effect. You're going to banish 2 Predaplants from your grave to make Ambulome. Then Ambulomides or whatever searches Predapractice. You activate Predapractice. This card is amazing. Basically, you'll special summon a Predaplant from your hand and add one Predap card from deck to hand. So special summon out the Serikiniant. We get to search our Buffalo Killa or whatever. I don't even know how you say that name. Tribute with the effect of Ambulomides. and you get to search your Darlington from deck, and basically you get to trigger both Darlington and the, what is it called, Saraceniant. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, or whatever, doesn't really matter the order for these two, you want both to go through. Saraceniant is going to search out the Scorpio, and with the, what is it called, Darlington, you get to search the Ultra Poly. The reason I searched Scorpio is because I already had Predaplanting in hand. Scorpio is just going to be an add-on to our combo, but normally you would search Predaplanting with your, what is it called, Saraceniant. So anyway, and Ultra Poly, by the way, really cool card. Pay 2,000 life points, fusion summon 1 fusion monster, and basically you get to add back the materials from the grave to the field, kind of like a double monster reborn after a fusion summon. So pretty cool card here. Activate Ultra Poly, pay 2,000, and using the Albion as well as the Scorpion, not the Scorpion, sorry, I mean the Darlington, we get to make a Dragostapelia. Then we can use the graveyard effect of Ultra Poly to bring back our materials for the fusion. Summon, scale up the Bufolica, you get to use its effect to fusion summon, and you make yourself a Predapower. So that's basically your main combo here. You're going to set Predaplanting, you've got Predapower, you've got Dragostapelia. Predaplanting is going to put a Predator counter on every monster your opponent controls, and while this card is on the field, all those monsters will be negated. So this kind of works as a skill drain, while also you still have your quick effect here of negating, and while they have a monster with a Preda counter, you can use the Starving Vena Predapower to basically tribute one of their cards, and you'll also get an Omni Negate out of it. So pretty great. But since we already had the Predaplanting in hand, we get to normal summon Scorpio, discard a card, bring out Clamido Sundew, and with those two we can make ourselves a Trifiovertum or whatever it's called. So it's just an extender, you know. Here we're going to activate Dragostapelia, negating Griffin Rider, just to, you know, because we can just get an extra, you know, just having that counter on the field is really good because it makes sure that you can have an Omni Negate. Here our opponent activates Reinforcement of the Army, adding, what was it? They added, yeah, Scareclaw Reinhardt. They activate Fateful Adventure. We use our Omni Negate here, and what is really cool is you get to tribute their monster on top of negating. So tribute their monster with a Preda counter, and we get to negate the Fateful Adventure. Then they're going to summon Astra, special out Reichardt. At this point, we decide to go Predaplanting. Predaplanting also sends a Predaplant monster from deck to grave, by the way, which is really good because you can send the Iblisp and trigger its effect to search. So everyone gets a counter, negate this, and then we get to use the Biblisp in grave, sorry, but they have the Ash to negate it, so we don't get our search, but it is what it is. It's still pretty good. Then they go into Lightheart. Now, we had an extender here in the form of Trifiover, Rutum, whatever. So we get to just negate their summon, and that ends their turn. So yeah, you know, pretty cool deck. Sorry if I was having a hard time keeping up here. It's just the names are terrible on these cards. They're so bad. But let's go into a game. All right, if we win, we level up. So let's see if we can get lucky here with the Predapowers. And going second, kind of rough. It's not the worst. They have a lot of different cards that you can use to bait out negates. And they're definitely way better at playing through Interruption than Despia, I'll say that much. This hand here is kind of mid. We would need another like fusion card of some kind. And we're playing against this deck. Ooh. Oh, and they had the blackjack. Oh, God. That's pretty bad for us. So they're going to set up the Welcome Labyrinth, go backjack effect. What are they stacking? What are they? Oh, we don't even get to see what they're stacking here. Okay, Labyrinth, set. That is disgusting. That's actually disgusting. Okay. Wow, Cosmic Cyclone, pretty huge here. Pretty huge. We're probably gonna go Cosmic Cyclone on the field spell, to be honest. I feel like that's probably the play. We don't know what these are, and they're probably removal as well. But this one is especially broken. I think we gotta go Lone Fire Blossom, but that's probably gonna bait out their stuff if they have anything. But we gotta kind of go for it here. I would like to rank up. I would not hate to rank up. So they go Welcome Labyrinth. Summoning out the lovely lady Labyrinth, of course. We're going to go Lone Fire Blossom effect. Tributing Lone Fire Blossom. Yeah, let's go Scorpio. Perfect. Then Scorpio effect. We can discard the Romarin. We don't really need it. Discarding Romarin. We can go ahead and get ourselves Darlington. So Darlington has been special summoned by a Predaplant, so we can use the effect of Darlington here and get a fusion card. They're going to use Dogmatica Punishment here. Interesting. I don't know which order this works, but if it works the way I think it does, that's kind of scary because they might be able to pop our search randomly using the lovely lady Labyrinth here. Maybe the smart play in that case would be to chain, if I get a chainable, such as Super Poly, we could actually out the Lady Labyrinth. Because if we don't do that, yeah, we are pretty much screwed. Let's go for Super Poly so that we can chain to the Lady Labyrinth after it triggers. So they get Entis, then Lovely Lady Labyrinth. Yep, alright. And they also get the Chandelier. Pretty good. And we're going to go Super Poly at the end of that chain. Now, sadly, they will get to pop one of our cards with Entis. Oh, no, okay, it has to target. So this card right now is targeted. Okay, okay, that's good, that's good. Since it has to target, that helps a lot. Yeah, I guess we kind of have to get rid of this one. So let's do this. I think what might be the play is this one, because if it's removed from the field, we get a search. We're going to go for Chimerophagia. And let's see what they get to pop here off of the Labyrinth Lady. Yeah, Chimerophagia at least gets a search when it pops, so they get to pop it. Chimerophagia did not trigger? What the? They're in the next standby phase. Oh, I did not realize that. Well, that's not good. Yeah, so we're passing on nothing. Sheesh. That's not good, but I want to rank up, so I mean, their deck is not the fastest, so it's not the worst. Go Chimerophagia here. We can add one fusion or polymerization. We're probably going to add branded fusion. That's probably the best one to get here. And let's see what they do. Oh shit, Ariana is really good. Can't really do anything about that. They're going to set up another Labyrinth. Probably. Yep, Labyrinth. Pretty good, pretty good. It is what it is, you know? Oh. I guess we'll use it in case they want to make, like, I don't know, a Baguska. And also, just the send effect is pretty useful. We get to search off it, so... Use the Biblisp effect. Kind of like our Despian Tragedy. Get to go search. That's pretty good. Yep. And they're sending a blackjack. Another backjack. Damn. You just stacked with it. Alright. So Biblisp. I guess they were just refreshing their stack because it wasn't good. So Biblisp, not the best. I still think it's better than nothing. Yeah, let's go for that. They go for backjack effect, stacking their deck. Doesn't seem too crazy. Labyrinth is fine. They get to set. So okay, attack 16. You setting anything? Okay, so better hope that's Welcome Labyrinth that they're setting off their backjack there, because this is pretty much a nothing board at this point. That's the one thing about Labyrinth, right? Is like they're very easily interrupted. Okay, so Welcome Labyrinth, that is scary. I'm not gonna lie, that is really strong. So first things first, we can special summon out our Biblisp here. So let's go for that. Oh, we should have probably actually set these before putting a monster on the board. Okay, let me just... I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Well, I guess that was free. I don't even know why they scooped there. They could still have activated Welcome Labyrinth. Maybe they were playing just one Lovely Labyrinth or something? That is so weird. Like, they couldn't possibly be out of targets. That's bizarre. Well, anyway, hey, we'll take the W. Rank up. All right, so that's it for the Predaplants. Pretty interesting deck right here. I would say it's definitely not the most consistent deck on the planet. A lot of your hands are going to be kind of iffy. Like, you know, you won't be able to go full combo all the time. So maybe consider, like, running some Alubers in here just for the branded fusion. If you do, I don't know exactly what you can remove. Maybe you can get rid of the Edgem Chain Engine. It's really good in this deck, so I don't know if I really would recommend getting rid of it. But if you want some extra consistency on the full combo, that is one way that you could do it. Other than that, I mean, it's also kind of lacking in hand traps. I mean, this one in particular has no hand traps. Rapture had a 45 card version that had some copies of Imperm, but I didn't really like the idea of playing 45, wanted more consistency. So perhaps removing this engine could also give you some space for some hand traps. You could remove the entire engine, put in like 3 Aluber, 3 hand traps. That'd be an alternative way to play it. But I really like this deck at the moment. You got to keep in mind too, 3 of these slots are used up by Cosmic Cyclone because of Runic. This would probably be hand traps if Runic wasn't so prevalent at the moment in the game. But yeah, really good deck. Let me go through the card by card for you. So we've got 1 copy of... We're going to try to name these cards, okay? So 1 copy of Saraceniant. We've got 3 copies of Biblisp. 2 copies of Chlamydosundu. Or Chlamydosun... Yeah, Chlamydia... 3 copies of Lone Fire Blossom, 1 copy of Scorpio, 2 copies of Darling Tonia, 2 copies of Edgem Chain, 3 copies of Fallen of Albaz, 1 copy of Stay Sailor Romare, 3 copies of Bufolicula, 2 copies of yep, 2 copies of Polymerization, 1 Instant Fusion, Double Patchwork, 1 Ultra Poly, 2 Predapractice, 3 copies of Branded Fusion, Double Super Poly, Triple Cosmic Cyclone, Double Called By, and Double Predaplanting. For the extra deck, we've got Double Ambulomelides, 1 Chimeraplegia, 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Double Dragostapelia, Double Albion, Double Mirror Jade, 1 copy of Lube, 1 copy of Trifovertum or whatever, 1 copy of Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon, 1 copy of Starving Venom Predapower Fusion Dragon. I was trying to see the full name here. And of course, the Predaplant Verte Anaconda. I don't really use this card often, but I'm sure it could come up. But you could definitely replace it with something else if you wanted to. So that's about it for the card by card and the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by New Year's, and I think we can get it. Also, huge shout out to my UCT tier members. That would be Raptor, Bongerman for 20, Dat Dude, Joey, Hudaman Me, Rightos, and Brett Webster, as well as everyone else supporting in the baby tier and the miss tier and over on Twitch. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and that's gonna be it for the video. Peace.